Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what it do, people, what it do. I know y'all thought I was froze up. I wasn't too much froze up over there. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me knock on it. Mike? Mike?
Damn, my bad. Damn, my bad. That was me.
Yeah.
I was froze for a second. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, man.
I had to knock on your window to make sure you was all right.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Hey, man. Hey, what's going on, people? Your boy, man, Mike here. How you doing, K-Stizzle?
Hey, man, we on a Friday. So far, so good. Hopefully it don't rain. You know the same thing.
Because I don't need the internet to go off unless yeah. It seems like it's about to get a little rain over here, so hopefully we don't have any issues. I'm gonna have to do the show from my dang phone. So but let's get into these introducing the people.
As y'all might have some new faces in here that might be watching. You know, we always got to show. We know we always got to start the show off with giving the shout outs that's already here in the chat. We got Mr. Motivator. We got King Aaron 21 Gaming. We got Joseph Thornton. Asia Green, what's going on?
How you doing, Pete?
Asia.
Asia.
Mr. C. Will, Joseph Thornton, Floyd Donnelly, what's happening? Fred Moore, John Kelly, Ephraim Jones. And he talking about, damn, y'all on time today. Yes, man. We try to be. You know, sometimes you run on that CP time. Well, we're known for CP time, but what up? All right, King Treyway, Big Mike 478, Smooth C78. What's going on, people? How y'all doing today? Hopefully your Friday's been going good so far. Go ahead, Mike, man. What we got for him tonight?
All right, man. Kind of want to take a little bit of a detour from what we typically talk about. We always give the offense all the love. You got Kyle Pitts, you got the offensive line, Jalen Mayfield, Calvin Ridley, all those guys, Russell Gage, Matt Ryan, like they always, they take most of the headlines and whatnot. So like not a lot of love has been shown to the defensive side of the ball. So today wanted to talk about
Rodney Brown, you spoke it up. The alarm just went off.
Right.
What you got?
Right on time.
What you got for him?
What I got for him?
Best defensive unit.
That's the thing. That's like, what's the best defensive unit? Like we always talking about the wide receiver core, the running back core, the quarterback play, offensive line. Well, we always talk about that, but like, do we give enough love to the defensive side of the ball? Like what for me personally, like, I have my thoughts. I want to know what your thoughts is, K-Star. Like, what do you? Because I'm gonna say it like this. I think when you look at a lot of things, obviously you look at Grady Jarrett, you look at Deion Jones, and then you got a secondary. Like who's going to step up there? It was like in its totality, like which defensive unit that you feel like is the best defensive unit on the Atlanta Falcons?
The best unit. I'm going to have to say it's going to be the linebacking core.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just look at the production.
Mm-hmm.
You got them. Well, if you throw Dante Fowler in there, you literally got about 10, 11 sacks out the linebacking core alone.
Mm-hmm.
We had about 25 sacks last season. About 12 of them came from the damn linebacking core. But the thing about it is, exactly. The thing is, like I said, we got the athletes there. But
Mm-hmm.
like I said, what do we always tell them about your linebacker core? Your linebacker core is only going to be as good as the hogs up front.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just look at far skill set and pound for pound and how they move around the field, I would say the linebacking core is really the best unit on this defense right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can agree there. I can definitely agree there. My only, yeah, if you're just talking about, just skill set and even, production, I don't think you can go past the linebacker core. Like I still think the Falcons have the best linebacking core in the NFL. That's just my opinion, because I think, Foye Oluokun got snubbed as a Pro Bowler last year. In my opinion, we got 2 Pro Bowl linebackers in Deion Jones and Foye Oluokun. Like, there's no reason why Foye, I don't even know how to hear it. Foye Sade, Oluokun. I think he got snubbed. Like, the dude was like he had like 5 forced fumbles, probably more than that. I'm not sure how many interceptions. I got to kind of look at the numbers as far as that concerned, but I know he made some plays in the passing game as far as his coverage is concerned. But like, the dude, he's a downhill run stuffer. He can move side to side, and on top of that, he's a great blitzer off the edge. So it's like, you couple that with Deion Jones, they are the best linebacking duo in the league. And we just talking about, just those 2. And like, we're going to be playing in a 4-3, 3-4. We're going to play a lot of 3-4 this year. And you got to add Dante Fowler to the mix as an outside linebacker, as well as Michael Walker. Like, I don't think there's not many teams in the NFL that can say that they got 2 Pro Bowl linebackers. I'm talking about Pro Bowl that plays an elite status. Your boy Foye arguably was better than Deion Jones last year. That's how great he was last year. And like I said, Deion played at a high level himself. So like that, I don't know many teams that can say that they have a Deion Jones and a Foye. And like I said, I looked around and I've seen teams with 1 great linebacker, but both. It's not many teams that got 2. Like, even when you talk about 3-4 teams, it's not a lot of teams that can say they got 2 Pro Bowl linebackers.
Right. Everybody name one outside of Tampa Bay.
Out of Tampa Bay, that's it. And I think we're better than Tampa Bay. When you look at the linebacking core, like they got Shaq Barrett and White, but I like what's the other linebacker name?
JPP and Levante David.
Levante David, he's a good player, but I think Foye and Deion better those guys. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, outside of Tampa Bay, man, and like I said, outside of those 3, and like it's
I forgot to put Chicago in there too. My bad.
Chicago with I was about to say
Roquan Smith. Trevathan and them.
But is Trevathan still the same player though? Like, is he still the same player that he was with Denver? Like, that's my thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Tampa, like I said, Tampa. I can see Tampa. Like, if you want to say Tampa better than the Falcons as far as their linebackers are concerned in its entirety, I can see that Tampa has a better linebacker core. But like I said, outside of like Tampa, like there's not many teams that has a better linebacking core than the Atlanta Falcons. And it's like that's just like I said, I've seen it. And most of the linebackers that have, that are great, they have a great front four. Like they have a great defensive lineman or two in front of them. And you just talked about Tampa Bay Bucks. They got Ndamukong Suh, Vita Vea, JPP. A lot of times he lines up as a 4-3 lineman, and sometimes he is, but he's more so that third, that like he's the rush linebacker out rather than just find time to sneeze, right? Find time to sneeze.
Lord, boy, I'm about to say you had the AOL dial-up sneeze on that
one. Hey, that was it. Ricardo Allen on your head.
Exactly. You sneeze like Ricardo Allen, boy. You like almost there, but not enough.
Almost not enough.
But yeah, like I said, Tampa Bay has more of the experience there. I wouldn't say they so much better physically, but the experience is kind of what kind of pushed them over. But like you said, the key word is you got the defensive line has to play well. They have to get the bodies off of them. Because as good as our linebacking core is really small. We have to think about that. Deion's only about 220. Foyer is only 215. Michael Walker 220. And damn Dante Fowler is like 245. So our defensive line. This is what we talking about, where the three levels as far as the line, the linebackers, and the defensive backs all work. It has to work in unison. The defensive linemen protect the linebackers. The front seven protect the safety. The secondary. Almost said damn safeties. But I'm about to say, well, don't tell me you're seeing ghost over there, boy. I see you doing this.
I thought I saw a lightning strike, and that's why I was like, I hope I don't get cut off. I hope I don't get cut off, man. I thought I saw the light flickering. My bad. So if I get off, y'all know why. All right, but yeah, man. Everybody keeps saying, like I said, everybody keeps saying Pittsburgh, but like Pittsburgh doesn't really have a good defensive front. They got a good pass rushing linebacker, and that's TJ Watt. But like outside of that, can you really name anybody on that defensive the linebacking core? We're just talking about linebacking core, all right, not defense. We're talking about linebacking core. And what linebacking core, we're talking about the ability to cover, to rest the passer, and is a downhill run stopper. The Falcons have like two linebackers who can do those things. Foyer, he can do all three. Deion can do all three. Can Shaq Barrett cover? Hell no. Can JPP cover? Hell no. Can Devin White and Devontae, they can cover? Absolutely they can. But they have weaknesses just like Foyer and Deion. Those guys are small. You can put a body on them. And they're like, we've seen the Falcons. The Falcons, Matt Ryan shredded that defense apart. Let's be real. The Falcons shredded their ass all season long. So if it really wasn't for our terrible defense, you know what I'm saying? We could have easily beat them. Our defense just couldn't stop nothing. So, we're talking about everybody talk about, oh, he's just good at that one thing. Yeah, Shaq Barrett is good at that one thing. You know, JPP is good at that one thing. That's getting after the quarterback. But you try to put him in coverage, come on, bro, stop. And that's why I say when you look at the Atlanta Falcons in its entirety, can TJ Watt cover? I don't think so. Can TJ stop the run? Hell no, because we saw Cleveland run all over their ass for like 200-300 yards in the playoffs. I mean, they ran through Pittsburgh. So can you really say that they are the best linebacking core in its entirety? We're talking about skill set, not one particular skill set. So if you want to say, if they have the best pass rushing, if they have like a best pass rushing, like I could say that the Falcons may not be the best as far as pass rushing concerned. But like even that's up in the air because now Dante Fowler is an outside linebacker. He's going to be rushing the pass, and then you add Michael Walker, Deion Jones, and Foye Oluokun, and we, like you just said, those guys had 4 sacks apiece. That's about 9.5 sacks. It's almost 10 sacks themselves. So that's why I say in its entirety, skill set included, I don't see a lot of teams that have the ability to do things. And that's why Dean Pease came to the Atlanta Falcons, because he sees what these guys can do for him.
I won't hit this comment up because I made a short on this one. He said, no, not that one. The Nation said Dallas got a good linebacker core. Remember what I said about that?
Oh my God, bro. Oh my
God. Can they play 16? Can we at least get the whole linebacker core playing 16 games for one season? I mean, they, like I said, like they're good linebackers, but bruh, availability is a skill set too. Availability is a skill set.
Yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Especially, before he retired, the captain of that linebacking core, Sean Lee, was notorious for missing seasons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Levante David is one of those guys that missed a lot of games too. He missed a lot of games with injuries and whatnot. So like I said, man, like I got Grizzly here too, and oh my God, just talking about Dallas, you talking about those guys like Sean Lee when he was playing. I think he was one of the most overrated linebackers in the history of the game. That dude couldn't stop. Like every time I turn around, that dude on the ground hurt about something. Talking about he got like, come on, you getting hurt. There was a talent you won't. I mean, maybe it's over.
Almost had a joke for that, but I wasn't going. I don't joke on nobody's injuries, bro.
No, we're gonna leave that. We're gonna let that
slide, bro. But yeah, that was Dallas' issue with their linebackers. Like I said, they just couldn't stay healthy. Mm-hmm. And then you put all this money into Marcus Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
He's not producing as a $100 million player. So people are looking at him like, can he really do it?
Mm-hmm.
We got some Dallas Cowboys fans in here.
Hey. Oh man, hey, give us the questions. Like we ain't afraid of no questions. Well, we some football guys up here. Exactly. Give it to us.
So, like I said, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying like that they have a talented. When you talk about their ability and what they came out of college, it's like they're not that same type of player when they was in college. Like, what's the dude name? Jalen
Smith.
Jalen Smith. I was about to say Jalen Collins, but Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith is like when he came out of college before that knee injuries, like there was a lot of hype around him as far as like his ability to do certain things, but like he's not that player. That knee injury severely slowed him down. Like he was a guy that could cover. He can run side to side. Like he's not that guy anymore. Like he's a liability in coverage, and that's the same thing for Vander. Like Vander is like he's having a lot of injury issues with his neck. So that's why I said like yeah, when they were in college, you can look at those guys, but that's why it's like we can't look at this, what they were in college and have a couple of highlight plays here and there. Like when you look at Dallas, Van Der, he's still one of the guys that have one of them highlights, and then for like the rest of the game, he gives you nothing. He's out of place. That's what Dallas is. They're very inconsistent. That's why K-Styles, we always say with quarterbacks, it's like, yeah, you got guys that can throw the ball farther, deeper, and make more exciting throws than Matt Ryan, but there's not there's not a lot of quarterbacks in the league that are consistent as Matt Ryan. And like I said, and I'm glad I said that because I got a comment on the video where a guy said, in reference to Sam don't know, he said, Mike, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about because like bad talent doesn't necessarily mean like having bad talent is an excuse for you to suck and be inconsistent. Like I completely disagree with that logic. Just because you have bad talent around you doesn't give you, it's not an excuse for you to have a completion percentage under 61. The average of a quarterback in the league is around 62, 63 from a starting quarterback. All right. And we're talking about a guy like Taysom Hill who had a 70% completion percentage. And granted that he started like 5 or 6 games, but like still, that's 70% completion percentage. This guy, Sam don't know, had a completion percentage his rookie year is 57. He improved in his second year, 61, and then he digressed to 59% as completion percentage. Matt Ryan, and I can go to a number, like even backup quarterbacks have a better completion percentage than a starting quarterback. And I'm talking about Sam don't know. So it's like just because you don't have talent is an excuse for you to have a completion percentage under 62. I'll give it 62, while the league averages around 63, because Matt Ryan, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, they completion percentage, and I'm probably blowing the shit out of people with these numbers. But like that, all that is. But like the average completion percentage for an elite quarterback is 65 and above. And that's Tom Brady, that's Matt Ryan, that's Aaron Rodgers. Those guys, anything over 64 is elite status as completion percentage. So if you see a quarterback with anything below 60, I say 63 just to be, safe. Because like anything below 63, you're just not a very good quarterback. And that's something that Sam don't know, he can improve on. But like there's no excuse for any quarterback, especially if you started more than 5 games. And that's why I say even with Taysom Hill, he could be a guy that, surprise a lot of people because like he's been trained by Sean Payton to check the ball down if you don't feel comfortable with a throw. That's a skill set that quarterbacks have to lead. They have to have. And Sam don't understand that. He rather throw the ball deep and miss an open guy than just check the ball down. Check the ball down. Sometimes the best thing is to check the ball down.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. Shout out to Alan Edwards, writer extraordinaire.
Hey, Alex. Hey, welcome to the team, bro.
But so here's my question for you, and here's my question for the chat and the people watching. As far as that Falcons linebacking core, so do you feel like this will be, like I said, especially with the new scheme change? Do you feel like Michael Walker is going to emerge as a breakout star in this defense as far as the linebackers?
Man, look, I think he's going to be like Isaiah Oliver. I think he's going to be, I always talk about Wolverine and Wolverine being that Weapon X. I think he's going to be our Weapon X. when he come in, shit just changed, bro. you see Wolverine come, everybody like, oh hell, Wolverine is here, goddamn, some ass whooping about somebody about to get some ass. Somebody about to get an ass whooping.
We'll go, somebody's gonna get their ass kicked. Somebody's gonna get their knees split.
You already know it, boy. You already know it. So like that's why I see Michael Walker was like even last year in his limited. It wasn't even limited. Like he had a lot of play. Like he had a lot of playing time, but it went unnoticed because we got off to such a horrible start. And Dan Quinn didn't give him playing time. Like that's one thing I could not stand about Dan Quinn. We had all these young guys, Deedon Sinat, Quadri Oderson, Ito Smith. These guys just rotted on the bench. Nobody got any playing time. So it's like when he got his playing time, Michael Walker, like dude was a playmaker. He's physical. He can run like hell for a guy his size. And he like 220, so he can play inside and outside. With that speed, Weapon X, bro. I'm telling y'all, that dude is gonna be a beast, man.
I forgot who they played. I'm trying to remember who they played, but I just remember that one play he had in college where he dropped back 20 yards. The motherfucking team hit the ball.
Yeah.
He hit the motherfucking linebacker at the line of scrimmage.
Yes.
So I like, yeah. So he like I said, he's explosive.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, at the end of the day, that's what we talk about. That defensive line got to hold up, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you feel about that defensive line? Like that? Okay, so besides Grady Jarrett, because we already know, besides Grady Jarrett, because I know you actually got one of these questions a couple shows ago that asked, how do you think Grady Jarrett is going to get double-digit sacks? Do you feel like this might be his opportunity to finally get a double-digit sack season or get close to it? Or do you think it's just going to be one of those defenses where it's not going to be heavily relied on one single pass rusher getting 10-plus sacks?
Yeah.
It's going to be a group of everybody at least getting 5 sacks.
When I go back and I look at Dean Pease as like a defensive coordinator, he doesn't solely rely on that one person, and I think that's exactly what Grady Jarrett needs. He's going to be our impact guy. He's going to get those timely stops when we need him most, and like he's going to devise a plan where Grady Jarrett is going to have more opportunities to get sacks, and you get a lot of sacks when you have those double-A and B gap blitzes, because now offensive guards can't just solely focus on Grady Jarrett, and he's gonna have one-on-one opportunities to get to a quarterback. And if you don't have a mobile quarterback, you're gonna have some problems with even a mobile quarterback. There's only so much you can do. And what I always said what Dean Pease like to do in his 3-4, and what the great thing about a 3-4 is that the outside linebackers are taught to set the edge first. Set the edge first, and if you have a clean shot to go after the quarterback, you take your shot. But like that's what the guys are, that's what 3-4 linebackers are taught first. Set the edge first. Your gap integrity is first. And if you have a clean shot to go to a quarterback, you go to the quarterback. That's the beautiful thing about having a 3-4 versus a 4-3. And a 4-3 defensive lineman, they are primarily the guys that's supposed to get after the quarterback, because they got the outside linebacker, and then they have a safety to come up, to pretty much keep. But like that outside linebacker, they are in a 3-4. They are the guys, to set the edge. Like they are the edge guys, because once you get past that outside linebacker in a 3-4, you wide open. it's hard to get anything in the middle because you got the two inside linebackers and then you got the outside linebackers. So the outside linebackers in the 3-4, they set the edge and then they get after the quarterback. There's gonna be some problems. So them double A blitzes for Grady Jarrett gonna eat. So I think he's gonna have. I know that was a long answer, but Grady Jarrett is going to eat because of those double A blitzes in Pittsburgh. And I think Grizzly said it like that right there. The double A blitzes. That's what Pittsburgh. I know you remember this with Troy Polamalu. A blitzes and beat blitzes coming out of nowhere. That's why they were so good because like it was one-on-one opportunities for those outside linebackers.
That was Troy Polamalu and fucking Joey Porter.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you got.
That's it. You can't do nothing. So that's one-on-one opportunities for Grady Jarrett eating in the middle against a guard. Guards can't handle that, man. He too quick for that. Grady Jarrett gonna eat.
Yeah. So as far as the defensive line, I kind of feel like outside of Grady, like I said, we're definitely gonna have to see if Marlon Davidson can hold up. Because he's really going to have to be kind of that other tone setter as far as that defensive lineman goes. With Jacob Tutu Mariner, who played his ass off last year, and he was a dog. So I feel like the front seven is going to go as far as what Marlon Davidson can do. And John Cominsky. I feel like John Cominsky can handle his own, but they really want to see what goes on with Marlon Davidson.
Yeah.
Because if you actually look at the defensive lineman that we do have, he's one of the bigger guys outside of Tyler Davidson. He's
like Taquan Graham size. He like both of those guys are about 285, 280, 285. So those are big guys.
Yeah. And Marlon Davidson is close to 300.
Mm-hmm.
So he's really one of the biggest defensive linemen we got. So they're gonna hopefully, like I said, and I don't want to use the word hope because hope means you have no confidence. But like I said, he stay healthy and show the maturation process. That's why I feel like Grady definitely can't eat because we kind of need Marlon Davidson to be what he was at Auburn, and that was the dirty work guy. That's what he did best.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I ask you another question.
Mm-hmm.
What creativity did we see from the Gilbert regime last year?
Creativity? But I couldn't even tell you. That's all I got right there. That's all
It was no creativity in the front seven.
Zero.
None. It was basically just line up, play cover 3. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, they started getting better pressure later on in the season when they started blitzing the linebackers. But the last couple games, they stopped blitzing the linebackers.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the second half of those games where what do we say what happened with them? They go with one thing in the first half and revert back to the cover 3, cover 4. Second half.
And then the team they try to go back to the blitz, but the team already got confidence. So it's already over, game over right there.
Isaac Crime said the creativity was like the McDonald's ice cream machine.
That shit goes straight out.
That shit never works.
Never, ever. R.I.P. Bismarck.
Damn. Hold on. Alex Edwards came in when he said there was a few stunts and some blitzes from the linebackers and corners. How far and few between did that happen though?
Man, and see, that's that right there. Like, I'm a scheme guy. That's why, like, you see me go in depth as far as like the A blitzes, and like I'm a scheme guy. Like, I know how to get. Like, I study that part. It's like zone blitzes, how this person did, like on a sack, how they got sacked. Like, that's my forte. Like that if you want to say that's my level of expertise, I look at the scheme. And one thing that Dan Quinn did, he completely abandoned was those stunts. We didn't see stunts like that anymore. That's why that team was so good. The defensive line got so many sacks in 2016 is because he utilized the stunts. We just stopped seeing stunts. We stopped seeing blitzes. Like, he combined blitzes with stunts in 2016. And for whatever reason, the past 3 years or so, he just he went completely away. All he did is said, look, go after the quarterback. We didn't see stunts. We did not see any stunts. We had Courtney Upshaw, Freeney, Dion, Vic Beasley. Like, we saw a lot of stunts with that team in 16. And then 17, it was okay, but like they still wasn't great. It was like they went away from the stunts. Stunts are hard and difficult for offensive linemen, especially the guards, to pick them up because you don't know where and who is coming from where. Right. We just went completely away from it. We didn't stunt. We didn't blitz. All we did is just cover 3, cover 4. That's it.
And I know a lot of people don't remember that Detroit game. We've said this a couple times before. Well, Mr. Tweety Bird himself got Allen Bailey's ass tossed around the damn field on a goddamn stunt
because he was half-assing on the damn on the stunt. Half-assing. He had I ain't got a chance, and got his man smashed, bro.
I'm about to say, and I want to put the mindset in y'all people watching. How would you feel being a defensive lineman where you working your ass off trying to set this stun up for another guy, and you end up getting your ass tossed 8 yards sideways
because he's just standing there?
Exactly. Got one right here, man. Daryl Condon said this shit should be different because we're going 3-4 defense, and the blitz will come from everywhere. The grits blitz. It don't necessarily have to even be the grits blitz. Mm-hmm. It just has to be effectively blitzing.
Mm-hmm.
You can blitz all day, but if it has no effect, then you just setting your secondary up for failure. And that's why, like I said, with Dean P's experience, and this is why we talk about Dean P's a lot, is he knows when to blitz.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I gotta say on that one, man.
Yeah, and I go with that. Man, that's hot as hell. I'm sweating like a motherfucker over here. God damn, well, I'm hot as a motherfucker over here. Golly. Excuse me, people. But yeah, like I said, man, like even with blitzes, like you got to be effective. And like what was ineffective blitzes is people know exactly when you're going to blitz, and that's why like the Falcons, they weren't very effective with it. It's because everybody knew that they had no choice. They wasn't getting to the quarterback, so we knew, as a quarterback, they can't get to the quarterback. They're going to send some extra people. So they got in a position where we knew that they were going to blitz. So like that's the thing with Dean Pease is that he knows how to confuse a quarterback. It's like he doesn't know exactly where that blitz is going to come from. Like we knew that Deion Jones, and it was going to be either Deion Jones because he's the faster guy, or Foye Oluokun. So teams could already pick up on that type of stuff. So like now we got Dean Pease, and Dean Pease is known to send everybody, safeties, linebackers, corners. He put defensive ends in pass coverage situations. So like this dude ain't afraid to send he sent everybody. He said, "I'm gonna send everybody." So defensive lineman, this came out of his mouth. He's like, "Everybody get ready to blitz because all y'all gonna blitz. Anybody and everybody gonna blitz.
You get a blitz. You get a blitz. You get a blitz. You get a blitz." Goddamn, Arthur Smith gonna be out there on the field too, blitzing too. But so that's all we got on the linebacking core, man. You want to get some of these comments?
Yeah, let's get into these comments.
See, I know a lot of people kind of agree they like this one of the good underrated linebacking cores.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what we got here. Big Grizzly said, "I know one thing: 22 draft better be mostly defense." We gotta see what's going out in the 22 draft next year. We don't even know. Only thing they've been talking about out of that draft is quarterbacks.
Quarterback. They're gonna have some opportunity. They're gonna have some opportunity to go get some defensive linemen.
But I would say, man, if the Falcons go ahead, if they could find a way and they end up getting Milo Eifert,
yeah.
Milo Eifert, next year's draft,
y'all
talking about a show. That's gonna be a show right there.
But that's it. That's the reason why you go out and get guys like Richie Grant, because you can take a chance on going out there and spending a couple of picks. They got an extra pick for Julio Jones, so they got a second round pick. Like you can take that pick and trade up into the first round, or use whatever first round that you got in the future first round pick to move. So like the Falcons in prime position to be able to go get that franchise defensive tackle that they need, and in the draft. That's what they need. That's the only thing that they need. And right now, it's like Grady Jarrett looking like he's going to get an extension at any given point, at any given time right now. So, man, the Falcons got a potential to go after. They got a lot of capital, man, so they can go, because like even a lot of these rookies, they might not even even with Hayden Hurst may not be back, so they're gonna have money to be able to sign a guy, whether it's defensively or just use some of those picks, because they get compensation picks for letting those guys walk too. That's another thing.
I'm about to say, Asia, I hope you get well soon. I know she said she wasn't feeling well. So,
all right, feel better, please.
Yeah. Okay. Proven said, "What's up with these rookies?" But he also asked, "What's up with these undrafted free agents?" Hey, man, it looked like there's quite a few gems in here.
Mm-hmm.
And as we talked about, the number one gem that everybody is talking about is Javen Hawkins,
mm-hmm.
who I say remind me of Ward Dunn. Same exact style, same exact build.
K-Styles he may actually be right about this one, because the more I look at him now, I do see Ward Dunn, because he's not afraid to go in the middle of the field. Like he really is not.
But he knows how to protect himself when he's going inside tackles. That's a difference. And that's a difference between guys like you can have, like I said, you can have small running backs, but if they don't know how to protect themselves, like you said, Devontae Freeman, then you're gonna end up with a crash test dummy. Because I don't care what nobody said. Like you said, everybody kept talking about Tutu Atwell out of Louisville. Nah, Javen Hawkins was the one running that show. Hold on, we got
hey, my boy JT, what's happening, man? Y'all go check his channel out. You talk about the NFL guard right there. That man breaks on every NFL team, bro. Like that's my dude, man. Show him some love by subscribing to his channel, man. That dude is doing great things over there, bro. Let's appreciate that. $2.99.
Holla, 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 holla,
holla, holla, holla.
But yeah, like I said, we got some gems on here, man. Like you said, Javen Hawkins, he's a good one right there. One of my personal favorites is Errol Thompson. That's one of my favorites.
I keep saying, and he could be another one of those outside linebackers, inside linebackers just come in.
Yeah, he can definitely come in and do his damn thing. I don't really see him too much as an outside linebacker. I don't like. Yeah, like I said, the thing that I like about him is if you put him next to Deion Jones or Fourier in the middle, just know this motherfucker is going to attack the line of scrimmage as a deep. He's right. A heat-seeking missile. But like you said,
that's why I say outside linebacker, because you know he's going to come. So I think outside linebacker is perfect because you know when he get in, he's coming. And not a lot of, and that's it. It's like Joey Porter. Joey Porter ain't here to play no games. You know he coming at the quarterback. When you see him on the field, you know he coming at the quarterback. So like that's why I was like, look, bro, like, and like I said, I think he's going to be a blitzer. I think he can be what Brandon Copeland is. Brandon Copeland is coming in just to blitz. He like it don't matter if he's outside, inside, he's coming to blitz. Heat seeking nickel, like you said.
Right. See, the only thing about Errol Thompson is he's not really a cover guy.
Right.
But like you said, on them running downs, if you need to spell one of those linebackers,
he's a perfect guy. I think he. Yep.
Like I said, if I want to put any name on Errol Thompson, he reminds me of Chris Draft. That's how Chris Draft was with Keith. That's how he was. Like you said, he didn't necessarily have the eye-popping numbers, but it allowed Keith Brooking to have eye-popping numbers.
Keep those guys off the playmakers. That's your job. That's what the defensive line. That's what the your strong side and your weak side linebackers' job is to do. To keep the guys off the middle linebacker. That's it. And I forgot all about this. I don't know how I forgot about this, Alex. I'm so glad that you said this. But TJ Yates is the quarterbacks coach, and a lot of people like TJ Yates. Well, TJ Yates is a very good quarterback coach. Like he's a very good quarterback. He wasn't a great quarterback by any stretch of imagination when he played, but he's one of those guys who knows. He's a check down guy, check down, and that's how you want to groom young quarterbacks. Get them in the mindset of managing the game, because like most guys, when they come from college, they're so used to being aggressive. I gotta make the play. So when you come to the NFL, it's a culture shock because all you're trying to do is throw the ball deep. You can get that ball here and get that ball here. It's like, so a guy like TJ Yates, like you combine that with even Dave Ragone, and I'm gonna make a video on Ragone too, the offensive coordinator. Like his offense is actually perfect for what the Atlanta Falcons and Arthur Smith wants. I'm not sure if he's going to be the sole play caller. I think that's still going to be Arthur Smith for the most part. He may, kind of delegate certain things to Ragone. But when you look at the not Cowboys, but the Bears, their offense, I know it may be boring, but their offense is exactly how Arthur Smith was and how like the vision that he wants for this Atlanta Falcons, like because they use their running backs out of the backfield. That's why they bought Cordero Patterson in. They use their tight ends It's just so like they just had a freaking they had a sorry ass quarterback. So like I think we're going like what he's going to bring to the Falcons is that that safe football is not exciting, but it's just going to get the job done.
Like I said, at least 65 passes to the running backs.
Yeah. I like that because that's essentially what the New Orleans Saints, and even you go back to Tom Brady. Tom Brady likes to check the ball down to his running backs. You remember the Super Bowl when you talk about James White set the record for the most receptions in the Super Bowl by a running back. That dude had like 13 receptions. It wasn't exciting. It just got the job done. And like I said, like nobody knows we're gone, but like that's how the Bears offense was. It's safe. It just get the job done. That's what the Falcons need. That's how you're gonna like Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan get in the rhythm. That's the one thing about Matt Ryan. He gets in the rhythm. You're not stopping him. You're not stopping Matt Ryan. Like that's the one thing you don't want Matt Ryan to do is get in the rhythm because your ass is grass. And I'm talking about any defense, you number 1, number 2, 32. Matt Ryan gonna smoke your ass. He gonna smoke your ass like Snoop Dogg be smoking that weed. All right. He gonna smoke your ass. He gonna smoke that bitch all day, all night. That's one thing you don't want him to do is get in the rhythm. And one of the things I absolutely hated, even on Dirk Cutter, we never saw the hurry up offense enough under Matt Ryan. I still don't understand that, but that's a whole nother subject. But like I said, this offense is going to be very boring, but they're going to get the job done.
And shout out to Utah Sports in the building. He said, tell Brady to give James White his MVP trophy.
Right. That's it. It's not like I said, bro. It's not safe.
Surprise, people! Surprise!
Oh,
Surprise, people!
Hold on. Who? What are you doing? Where are you, woman? Tell the people where you are.
Are you wondering right now? Come here real quick. I want you to tell where everybody need to find y'all, because after the AFN show, where y'all need to find where the after spot's gonna be. Can you tell them where, Miss Lady? And who are you?
I'm Keela at Fire Atlanta. Come down and join us for drinks and food and music.
Mm-hmm.
We're here until 3 a.m.
3 a.m. See, that's even better, people. It's an after spot. It got a stage. It got like they finna set up a whole DJ.
Oh gosh. Oh
Lord.
Hey, she about to set up a whole she's going to be back in a second, but all right, that right there, everyone, will be our new place for you guys to come out and do your thing. We got, like I said, we got some things cooking. It's been one hell of a drive, one hell of a ride, man. Like I said, y'all bear with us. That's why we haven't had a lot of content. We're still gonna put out some content for y'all, but
but guess what? We got a DJ set up. Like, what are y'all doing? Y'all better come meet Miss Maggie P at the after spot after the show. What time y'all going off?
I don't know, because I gotta work in the morning, so I can't make it.
Spot, people, black and red decor. Everything is set up for y'all. I told y'all I was gonna come through. Didn't I tell y'all I was gonna come through? Didn't I see you, John Jones? I see you. Moffy, Mr. Motivator. Hey, boo.
Hey, where the strippers at?
What the strippers? I don't know where the strippers at.
Where the strippers at?
You never know, people. K Styles, you want strippers?
Yeah, where the strippers at?
I don't know. We got to make it happen. I don't know, DJ, what kind of music you gonna be playing tonight? I'm gonna get a crowd, man. They want to dance and shake their butt. Can you guarantee that for me? Can you guarantee that for me? What's your name? There you go. That's your advertisement. How they can find you. I'm gonna put it in the stream link. I'm gonna put the address. Y'all come on down and party with Maggie T. I ain't dressed to the nine today, people. I'm trying to negotiate. So just come party with Miss Maggie T. I'm here until 3 a.m. People, come on party with your girl. I'm here. I'm here. But I want y'all to spend money, tip the bartenders, everything. I want you to spend money because I'm making this a grand entrance for y'all November 7th show. So I want y'all to show out and support Atlanta Falcons Nation right now because we got DJs on deck. I got VIP sections for y'all. Just come spend money. Get cute, get sexy. Come on out for the after party. I'm here, okay? And come meet me, okay?
Tell them one more time. Tell them one more time where are you? Again, tell them where you are.
It's called the Fire Lounge. I'll put the address in the description. Y'all come check me out. I'm here, okay?
Man,
but y'all got
to they see you. Can they see us?
Yeah, they can see you.
Oh, they playing, man. Y'all need to come on, man.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
You say AFB and Dirty Bird. Can you do a Dirty Bird for us?
Who?
Can you do a Dirty Bird? Dirty Bird.
No, I don't do no Dirty Bird.
Well, who are you a team? Who are you a team fan of?
You can't do the Dirty Bird for us? Come on, big dog.
Good spirits only. If you got a bad spirit, stay your ass at home.
Mm-hmm.
But this is good vibes.
Hey, tell it to the people in the back.
Tell it to the people. That's what I'm talking about. Don't disappoint me, family. Like, I'm making this grand entrance for y'all, so this can be y'all spot. So y'all got to come out and show the fuck out. Can you hear me? Come dance, shake your ass, party with Maggie. I'm gonna dance with you. Y'all got to turn it up for me so I can make a big impression on these people. Cause this I'm gonna the official AFN spot for that grand opening, coming soon. So y'all better come on out now. I'm inviting the city. You better bring it, and with sense, please, cause y'all represent me, okay? You know, Mama got y'all, but don't disappoint me. I'm getting in your face. You hear me?
Oh God, get away from the camera.
Do you hear me, Paul Mack? Do you hear me? He ain't doing no Dirty Bird. He got a pirate's hat. Oh. Okay, let me go see. We got people on the pool table. They need some people to play with. You better come on and get them some entertainment. What y'all doing? What y'all doing? What y'all doing? Just come on. It's on the house for me. Just come on, but spend money though. Come on. Come in and spend plenty of money. Cause it's going to back to y'all because we're gonna do giveaways for the meet and greet November 7th. So y'all come spend the money so we can get back to you on that day. You hear me? Do you hear me? All right. I can put the link. It's called the Fire Lounge in Austell. Search for it. Meet me here. I'm waiting on you. You hear me? I'm getting off now. I'm still networking, but I see y'all. Maggie came through, baby.